everything I did on the Superman books, I liked drawing all the secondary characters, Jimmy Olsen and Lois Lane and Perry White and all those guys. Um, Superheroes are great. I enjoy drawing superheroes, but to me, the supporting characters are usually more interesting to draw.
Yeah.
So I had a good time on that whole series. Everything I did on it.
It's funny that you mentioned the supporting characters, which you do an amazing job with, and I love that you gave Lois like full body hair, right? Like that was great. And obviously not every artist does this when they're drawing female characters. And I talk about it a lot when I meet artists at conventions. Like I'm always thrilled when there's like real hair action, right? But I loved when you drew Legion of Superheroes because you captured this quality about them, like just like a moment in time. But I loved it because like it gave me all the feels of reading their earlier adventures. I was a kid, I consider the entire Legion Superman supporting cast.
Well, it's so great to hear, people like you say that they got such a kick out of my artwork. It's wonderful to be in a position where you can bring entertainment to people and hear stories like that. It's great to hear.
Yeah, and we've got different decades too, because I'm in my young 50s, Cliff's in his 30s, so you're still having impact for decades.
Baby. I'm in my 40s.
Okay. I gave you a couple of years, Cliff. Should have just be quiet about it. It's all right.
I would love to, but I can't.
You're being honest.
I gotta be honest.
So, what was the first comic of mine that you remember seeing?
Definitely the New Mutants graphic novel, right? Because like you walk into the comic book store and it was always one of the things sitting high up, right? There's another, I think the Death of Captain Marvel was also sitting. It was in good company, right?
Yeah.
So like you always saw it when you walked in. So you knew it's like, oh, well, that's special, right? God Loves Man Kills was also up there. So your comic was your graphic novel was an exceptional company.
I inked a couple of issues of the Legion of Superheroes over Jim Sherman a decade earlier.
Ooh.
Back in the early 70s, some of my first work.
Now I got to dig it up.
Superboy and the Legion of Superheroes was the official name of the comic. I can't give you the issue numbers.
I have many of them.
Right.
Because Superboy became Superboy in the Legion. And
so if you probably just Google Jim Sherman, you'll come up with the issues that I did a couple issues over him.
Jim Sherman.
Jim he was a great artist. He was fun to ink. He ended up leaving comics and doing advertising and different things. I think he even designed a theme park at some point.
Wow,
that is interesting.
Okay, if these issues are the ones I'm looking at, you did some great issues with Jim Sherman.
It was some fun stuff, and he really made me work hard. He put in a lot of stuff there to ink.
Yeah, I'm looking. I'm looking at Superboy and the Legion 236.
Yeah, I don't know the
inks by you. Yes. All right. So like on the cover, it's like superhero action, and then the page is split, and it's outer space adventure with Mon-El battling a spaceship, and on the bottom, young romance with Lightning Lad and Saturn Girl. That's amazing.
Fun stuff. Very fun stuff.
Yeah, and again, I think maybe working with him in that time frame, I guess that's how you captured that, and like that's why that was great, and that's a great issue. I always loved that cover because it definitely caught my attention.